Happy Friday, Marketing Interactive listeners, and welcome back to a new episode of the Weekly Roundup. We are coming to you live and in person from the Asia E-Commerce Awards. Today, we're talking about a hot topic in marketing: are traditional surveys becoming obsolete?
That's a bold statement. Surveys have been a staple in gathering consumer insights for decades. So what's changing, Kim?
Well, it seems consumers are increasingly giving brands the silent treatment when it comes to surveys. Response rates are plummeting, and marketers are struggling to get the data they need.
Now that's a problem. Why are people less willing to participate in surveys these days?
Survey fatigue is a big one. People are bombarded with requests for their opinions, from pop-up surveys on websites to endless email questionnaires.
So what's the solution? How can brands get the insights they need if people are responding to surveys?
So experts are suggesting a shift towards a more consumer-centric approach. This means focusing on understanding consumer behavior through data that is passively collected rather than relying on direct questioning.
Can you give me an example of what that looks like in practice?
Absolutely. Think about the data generated by your online activity, your browsing history, your purchase history, your social media interactions. This type of data can provide a wealth of information about your preferences and habits.
But what about the ethical implications of collecting all that data? It feels like a bit Big Brother-ish to me, doesn't it?
That's a very valid concern. Transparency and data privacy are crucial. Brands need to be upfront with their consumers about how their data is being used and ensure that they have control over their information.
So it's a balancing act, like finding ways to gather insights without compromising consumer trust. And it requires a mindset shift from marketers. You need to move away from relying solely on surveys and embrace a more holistic approach to understanding their audience.
It sounds like a challenging but exciting time for the industry, and we can only wait and see as it develops. Now we are headed back to open the Asia E-Commerce Award. We have new episodes of the Weekly Roundup every single week. Have a good weekend!